Born in 1515, Anne of Cleves entered a world on the cusp of change. Anne, a daughter of Duke John III of Cleves, found her early life confined within the walls of Schloss Berg, a formidable fortress overlooking the Rhine. Her upbringing, though sheltered, reflected a strict adherence to traditional values, instilling in her a deep sense of piety and obedience. The year 1538 marked a pivotal moment, not only for the young princess, but for the course of English history. Henry VIII, King of England, sought a new bride, a Protestant princess who could solidify his break from Rome. Anne of Cleves, with her family's growing influence in the Protestant Schmalkaldic League, became a pawn in a dangerous game of political chess. Whispers of an alliance between England and Cleves reached the secluded halls of Schloss Berg, casting a long shadow over the young princess's life. Anne, unaware of the full implications of these events, remained a dutiful daughter, her fate hanging precariously in the balance. Henry VIII, known for his volatile temper, had already cast aside 2 wives, leaving a trail of heartbreak and bloodshed in his wake. The stage was set for a royal encounter, a meeting of 2 worlds that would forever alter the course of Anne of Cleves's destiny. The political landscape of 16th century Europe seethed with religious and political tensions. Henry VIII's break from Rome had plunged England into a tumultuous period of religious upheaval. Seeking allies, Henry's advisors turned their attention to the burgeoning Protestant movement in the Holy Roman Empire. The Schmalkaldic League, an alliance of Protestant princes, offered a potential counterweight to Catholic influence. A marriage alliance with a princess from one of these principalities could secure vital political and military support for England. Anne of Cleves, daughter of the Duke of Cleves, emerged as a suitable candidate. The Duchy of Cleves, strategically located, held significant sway over vital trade routes. An alliance with Cleves would bolster England's Protestant credentials and provide a strategic advantage. The wheels of diplomacy were set in motion, and Anne of Cleves found herself the subject of intense scrutiny. Across the Channel, within the hallowed halls of Whitehall Palace, Henry VIII awaited news of his intended bride. His advisors assured him that Anne of Cleves possessed a gentle nature and a pious heart. Hans Holbein the Younger was commissioned to paint Anne's portrait. Upon its arrival in England, the portrait was received with curiosity and trepidation. Henry studied the image with a critical eye, questioning if this was the face that would rekindle his affections. The memory of Anne Boleyn, his second wife, executed on charges of treason and adultery, haunted him still. He vowed not to be swayed by mere beauty, seeking a wife who could offer more than just a pleasing visage. Anne of Cleves remained an enigma, her true nature a mystery to the king she was promised to wed. With much fanfare, Anne of Cleves arrived on English soil in December of 1539. Henry, eager to assess his future bride firsthand, disguised himself and rode to Rochester. Upon laying eyes on Anne, Henry's heart sank. The reality, far from the idealized image captured by Holbein's brush, left him deeply disappointed. He found her appearance underwhelming and her unfamiliarity with English customs disconcerting. Word of the king's displeasure spread quickly through the court. The stage was set for a royal wedding shrouded in doubt, a union forged not in love, but in political expediency. Despite his misgivings, Henry proceeded with the marriage. The wedding ceremony, held on January 6, 1540, was a lavish affair. Anne, adorned in jewels and heavy brocades, played her part with grace and composure. Henry, however, remained distant, his disappointment palpable. The celebrations, though extravagant, rang hollow. Anne found herself adrift in a foreign court, surrounded by unfamiliar faces and burdened by the weight of her new position. The days following the grand wedding proved to be a bitter disappointment for Henry. Anne of Cleves, despite her efforts, found herself unable to bridge the chasm of cultural and personal incompatibility. Henry, accustomed to the vivacious spirit of Anne Boleyn, found himself increasingly irritated by his new queen's reticence. The language barrier proved to be an insurmountable obstacle. Henry, seeking solace in the company of his advisors, found himself drawn to Catherine Howard, a lady-in-waiting. The seeds of discontent threatened to unravel not only the royal marriage, but the delicate balance of power upon which Henry's reign rested. As the weeks turned into months, Henry's resolve to extricate himself from the unwanted marriage solidified. He confided in his closest advisors, Thomas Cromwell and Thomas Cranmer, instructing them to find a way to annul the marriage. Anne of Cleves had conducted herself with dignity and propriety, leaving no grounds for infidelity or misconduct. Cromwell discovered that Anne had been briefly betrothed to another German prince before her marriage to Henry. The king seized upon this tenuous legal argument, claiming he had been misled by the flattering portrait of Anne. The stage was set for a dramatic showdown, a battle of wills that would determine not only Anne of Cleves' fate, but also the course of English history. The annulment, granted on the grounds of non-consummation and a pre-existing contract, freed Henry to pursue other ambitions. The wheels of the English legal system, lubricated by Henry's will and Cromwell's cunning, ground into motion. Anne, summoned before a council of bishops and advisors, listened in stunned silence as the charges against her were read. She agreed to the annulment, recognizing the futility of fighting against the king's wishes. On July 9, 1540, Henry's marriage to Anne of Cleves was officially dissolved. Anne accepted Henry's offer to become his beloved sister, a title that came with considerable lands, properties, and an annual income. This surprising turn of events showcased Anne's pragmatism and her ability to navigate the treacherous waters of the Tudor court. She had been cast aside, yet she managed to secure a comfortable and even influential position within English society. Freed from the constraints of a loveless marriage, Anne of Cleves embarked on a new chapter in her life. She was granted Richmond Palace and Hever Castle, along with a generous income that ensured her financial independence. Anne's ability to adapt and thrive amidst the ever-shifting sands of the Tudor court was remarkable. She emerged from the ordeal unscathed, her dignity intact, her spirit unbroken. Some historians speculate that Anne's willingness to comply with the annulment stemmed from a sense of relief. Anne embraced her newfound freedom, transforming herself from a pawn in Henry's marital games into a player in her own right. While Henry moved on to his fifth wife, Catherine Howard, Anne of Cleves established herself as a respected figure in English society. She maintained a cordial relationship with the king, attending court functions and offering counsel on matters of diplomacy and religion. Her knowledge of European politics proved invaluable to Henry. Anne used her newfound influence to champion the cause of religious reform in England. She supported Protestant preachers and scholars, helping to disseminate reformed ideas throughout the realm. Anne was no longer merely a discarded queen, but a force to be reckoned with, a potential ally in the ongoing struggle for the soul of England. Anne of Cleves' resilience was tested once more upon Henry VIII's death in 1547. The throne passed to his young son, Edward VI, a frail boy deeply devoted to the Protestant faith. Edward's reign, though brief, marked a period of intense religious upheaval as Protestant reformers sought to solidify their hold on the English church. Anne, her loyalty to the Tudor dynasty unwavering, embraced her role as a senior member of the royal family. She served as godmother to the young king, offering him guidance and support during his tumultuous reign. Her presence at court, a symbol of continuity amidst the turbulence of the Reformation, provided a sense of stability and legitimacy to Edward's rule. Even after Edward's death in 1553 and the brief, tragic reign of Lady Jane Grey, Anne's position remained secure. She navigated the religious and political turmoil of Mary I's Catholic restoration with remarkable skill, avoiding the fate of many Protestants who were persecuted for their faith. When Elizabeth I, Henry VIII's daughter by Anne Boleyn, ascended the throne in 1558, Anne of Cleves was among the first to offer her allegiance. The two women, bound by the complex web of Tudor family ties, developed a cordial relationship. Anne, her position at court once again secure, witnessed the dawn of a new era for England, an era that would see the nation emerge as a major power on the European stage. Anna of Cleves died on July 16, 1557, at the age of 41, outliving all but two of Henry VIII's wives. She was laid to rest in Westminster Abbey, a testament to the respect and affection she had garnered during her lifetime. Though she never bore children of her own, she played a significant role in the lives of Henry's heirs, acting as a surrogate mother to Edward VI and maintaining a cordial relationship with both Mary I and Elizabeth I. Anne's legacy extends beyond her personal relationships with the Tudor monarchs. Her willingness to embrace the Protestant faith, even in the face of potential danger, helped to solidify the Reformation in England. Her patronage of Protestant scholars and preachers contributed to the spread of reformed ideas throughout the realm, leaving an indelible mark on the religious landscape of England. In a time when women were often pawns in the games of men, Anne of Cleves charted her own course. She defied expectations, overcoming adversity with grace and resilience. She embraced the unexpected turns of fate, transforming setbacks into opportunities for growth and influence. Her story, though often overlooked, stands as a testament to the strength and agency of women in Tudor England and beyond, a reminder that even in the shadow of kings, a woman could forge her own destiny.